So my day started off like any other day. However, it was to change dramatically when I visited the Wild Oats Toastmasters Club. Laurel Wingert.
When I walked through the door of that club, I was filled with apprehension. What was going to happen? Were these people going to be nice to me? And lo and behold, there was a beautiful princess waiting for me at the front of the door with a smiling face, or at least she looked like a princess because I was so happy that somebody was there to welcome me in. And then I walked in the door and they greeted me, and then the next thing I knew, there was pizza. And I couldn't believe that I had struck gold. Everyone was so nice to me. And then there were some speeches, and one of them, I could not believe this woman gave me this speech that had me just breathtakingly taken away. I could not believe it when I walked through the door and I was greeted and I was welcomed and with pizza and with great speeches. Am I not at a minute?
No, you're at a green.
Still on green.
Okay, so I can't see because it's... I also met a few people there, and some of them were quite crabby. They said, they said to me, you did not speak long enough. And I said, well, give me a minute to catch my breath.
There we go. Patricia.
I caught my breath, and I went to the person who invited me and said, what have you gotten me into? These people, there's princesses. There's the crabby ones. There's the pizza delivery guy. Now, I like him. Like, that was really cool. And those speeches. Oh, complete with accents, stories, and well, I don't know what they were talking about when they said vacant sense. What was that all about? Like, they thought that there should be an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. I was lucky to get 2 words out of my mouth. This was in public. It was scary stuff. It was so scary. I thought, I can't imagine ever doing this, ever again. Stand up and say something in front of people, and then have an opening and a body and a conclusion. And then they tell me there's supposed to be objectives too. I tell you, objectives. I wanted to object all right. The whole idea of having me stand up and give them feedback about what my thoughts were for this meeting, it was barely 2 words that I could get out of my mouth. And then,
Catherine could barely get 2 words out of her mouth.
It was an incredibly overwhelming experience. But let's take a moment and just focus on the pizza.
yeah.
When I feel stressed, I appreciate the food. It gives me an opportunity to occupy my mouth, so I don't have to be voluntold for table topics.
Voluntold. Oh, I love that word.
And it's a chance to spend time with folks while consuming a meal. So even though I was totally overwhelmed with what was going on with the speeches and the club members and all the activities that were going on, what I did appreciate was the camaraderie around the food. We did get a chance to take a break and dish out and have a little bit of small talk. So those crabby, scary Toastmasters are actually pretty nice people. I mean, they gave me food, free food. I didn't have to pay for it. my time so far. Back to the food.
Back to the food, Keith. His favorite subject.
After we finished the food, they said, okay, let's continue the meeting. And then they said, now is time for evaluation. Evaluation is the part of the Toastmasters meeting where we help people better understand whether or not the impression they sought to convey was in fact achieved. And here, to help us in this task, they introduced a person, and the person gave the most breathtaking analysis of what transpired during that beautiful, exquisite speech that was delivered. They mentioned all the strengths that the presenter had to offer, and offered one or two well thought out potential areas of improvement for the consideration of the speaker. I was very impressed by this, and I thought, you know, this is an opportunity where I could see myself, I could learn from people like this. And then the meeting was over, and the oddest thing happened. They asked me, and now is time for guest comments. It's time for guest comments. I looked around, and then all eyes were looking at me.
All eyes are looking at you.
I didn't understand why the whole time I spoke, someone was squeezing a squeaky toy, and they were all listening to me, watching what I said. And as they explained the counter and how I could get rid of the catchwords, I told them I appreciate that. I hope that you'll be a little more forgiving and more mercy with the squeeze toy. However, this has been very exciting. I appreciate the food. I do hope that there will be pizza more often and that I can eat while we speak, so that if my mouth is full, I might not have to. However, it doesn't appear to matter to some people, even if you have a full rack of ribs in front of you. So, thank you for welcoming me to the club, I told them. I don't really know how we go about this, but perhaps someone can tell me what the next steps would be if I'm interested in sticking around with Wild Oats Toastmasters. And they told me.
I am so pleased that everyone had a great time at our guest meeting today. I have to confess that pizza is not on the menu every meeting. Perhaps, though, based on the feedback that each of you are providing, we could institute a new meeting role, being the refreshment provider, and then we would have food at every meeting. Our executive will certainly have to take that up. We provide you with such an opportunity for prepared speeches and impromptu speaking and evaluations. It's something you'll experience every week at Wild Oats Toastmasters. So if you are interested in becoming a member of Wild Oats Toastmasters and enjoying the camaraderie that we have each and every week, I am so pleased to provide you, each of you our guests, with this Toastmasters application. And you can see our treasurer at the end of the meeting.